Hello, welcome back to this Shining Force 2 series. Well, my amazing viewers, it's been a little while. I've had a couple of setbacks, but I hope you'll forgive that, and we'll explore what's been going on here. That's one way to describe it. I think it helps to remember that everyone in this city has been preparing for a fight and encouraging you to go out and fight, and the entire place has been fight, fight, fight. It's been about as prepared as you can expect any city to be, and this still happened. Yep, including the civilians. That's another sign that things are really bad. Well, let's go find out, shall we? Although there is a little bit more talking to do first. Indeed. Well, he talks a big game, but most of this stuff is not an upgrade of what we have, with one exception. It's the worst axe in the game. However, it's still better than the worst sword in the game. By a margin. It's I beg your pardon. Someone told me in a very sage moment that I should maybe take a little more time to show text. What he said was, "It's mine, all mine," when you sold him something, which I think is pretty funny. But I'll endeavor to keep the text online a little bit longer. I keep forgetting that not everyone reads at the same speed. And this is not to say that my way is so great. I sometimes skim things and miss something that I should have read more carefully. Yep. And that's why they backed off. Probably Kane could handle everything else on his own. Also, while I appreciate defiance by any means available, I don't think that telling someone who looks like this to go away will do very much. I wouldn't start a fight with him right now if I were you. We have that usual luck of a bad guy like that ignoring the player characters at the start of the game. I wonder if we'll ever find out what that treasure Kane stole was about. Ooh, she didn't even blink. Well, okay, she did blink because of her portrait animation, but you get the idea. I'm pretty sure all of the Shining Force games have a separate jingle for when a character joins you in circumstances like that. Or at least most of them do. Wow, even at a time like this, you're taking shots at her, huh? I'm glad I'm leaving you behind. Probably. We'll probably go everywhere. Well, that sounds promising. Always talk to everyone. Well, that's because it's pointed the wrong way. But that question has a little more nuance than I originally thought. Something like that, which has, well, effectively no military application, at least not where it's pointed. Should we waste time on something like that when things are as we have observed? Like fighting all over the place. But of course, there's always some kind of disaster happening. And it's not always easy to tell when abandoning that sort of thing is going too far. And yep, there's the person who called it before all this happened. Oh yeah, let's go talk to our... Well, oh, wait. I almost forgot a certain person to talk to back here. I want to go back to headquarters and talk to our recruits, but first... This place seems to be just fine. If you talk to the bartender before going to talk to the king, he'll say that Gort fought off whoever, well, anyone who walked in there. He only joins if you talked to Gort before going outside, and it's a very good idea to do that because Gort and Luke are going to become anchors for the Force after they level up a bit. Oh, right. You have advice, huh? Alright, let's see what you got. Hold on, what? Yeah, all of his advice is of that general caliber right there. The main use of talking to him is to switch people in your party once you get enough people where you have to make that decision. Well, you can technically do both those things. Well, I think that's just about it. Well, that's not quite true. A lot of people say different things now that you're given your mission to go outside and do stuff. But hey, you weren't here before. Well, it can't be impossible. They came over here just fine. there was someone in here who asked to talk with us after that whole audience with the king. Okay. Wait, that's the entire clue? I can't think of anything that will change in my plan due to having that knowledge. Well, that's where we're going next, so I guess we'll find out. This fight is a lot better paced and in several ways more interesting than the previous one. We've got new enemies here, and from the looks of it, we're going to be in battle with all of these guys at once, which is... well, it's going to be a bit of a pinch for something that happens this early in the game, but that's fine. I don't mind getting pushed a little bit. This part is especially concerning. Also, there's enough open terrain that we can actually move. And this place is a little cramped with forests on the side, and we'll have to use those to protect ourselves from the knights when we get in range to actually fight them. But we also have to stop them from going into the forest themselves, because that would be a problem. So overall, not bad. From a tactical standpoint, I like this. It's just too bad we didn't get this as our second map instead of what we actually got, or something along these lines. But enough about that. What I want to do here is to get everyone who's level 2 up to 3. Once we start fighting those Rune Knights, I won't have the luxury necessarily of deciding who gets every kill, because they don't hit any less hard than before. And we won't be able to just hit them while they stand still this time. By the way, if you're sharp, you notice I forgot something back in the castle, but don't worry, we'll deal with that after this battle. There are a couple of things I mentioned last video that I'd like to address now. One of them is what Land Effect actually does. I mentioned it has an effect on defense, but that's a little misleading. It affects the damage you receive after all of those calculations are done. Otherwise, standing in land effect of 30% would cause a whole lot of things to deal just 1 damage, and that's a little bit much. Also, on outdoor maps like this, it's very hard to get a land effect of 0. There's only 2 tiles that I know of on this map that do it. It's the beach tiles over here, and the bridge. Well, despite all the hype, the giant bats are not... well, I was about to say they're not that special, except for one thing. Their stats are kind of bad, but they do sometimes inflict sleep on you. And if you're unlucky, this can be a big problem. Because there's not a way to remove it manually, at least not yet. You just have to wait for it to wear off, and that's random. So it's a good idea to get rid of those giant bats quickly if you can. Oh, well. That's a pretty good level. You've seen some of the lows when it comes to gaining levels in this game, and now you've seen one of the highs. And Gong especially needed that. I don't really like the position Luke is in right now. He's gonna get hit a lot as it is. But I think I just gotta go with it for now. I definitely want to get this kill for May, though. She's equipped with the first lance in the game, a bronze lance, and as you might expect, it has more power than the ranged spear, but conversely can only attack from direct melee range. Magic can also crit, by the way. The effect is not as dramatic as with a physical attack, but it is something that can happen. I don't think it can happen in later games, though. Well, don't quote me on that. This is a really messy formation right here. Alright. Well, that's not too bad. I don't expect a lot of damage from low. There's something else notable about flying enemies, which is that they dodge more often than non-flyers. I'm not even sure that ranged attacks like arrows bypass that. Alright, I'll take it. I'd rather not take that, though. That's supposed to happen at a low probability. I don't... Ooh, that's looking really dangerous right there. Do you have anything? Nope. Nope. No such luck. Certain things are not looking so great. But I am getting some kills where I need them, that is, onto the right characters. how about you? What do you have? Nope. I keep forgetting who I gave those healing herbs to. I probably should have bought at least a couple more when I was in the castle. Oops. And it's about time I got someone who's able to do something here. Ooh, that was scary. The good news is that for the point in the game you get it, heal 1 is fairly strong. It can heal up to 15 health, and that's more than enough for a decent chunk of the game. Oh, there is one other thing that I said in the last video, but I should follow up on, which is... I said that the conflicting powers in this game are doing this based on ideology, but that makes the game sound a lot more intellectual than it actually is. The ideas that they're fighting over right now are essentially Dark Sol great versus Dark Sol not great. As for who Dark Sol is, well... he's the main bad guy of Shining in the Darkness, and the power behind the scenes in Runefaust. And the game is a little vague on whether it's the same Dark Sol, and I think that the events of Shining Force might even happen before Shining in the Darkness. I'm a little fuzzy on that. Alright, I really need to get a kill on Tao if I can. The later games have some more nuance on that sort of thing. Although... okay. I was just waiting for a double attack right there. Well, that was timely. I probably should have stuck around to show the healing, but you can safely assume it was back up to full. Now, speaking of nuance, it's mostly about where things went wrong. The game never asks, did you do the right thing after everything is finished? There's always someone who is very clearly the bad guy at the end. It's just that there are a few more people who are shades of gray in the story in later Shining Force games, especially Shining Force 3. Oh, well, that's really good. Maid needed that. Her starting defense was not great. And I needed that too. One of the things I was kind of scared of is my level 3 characters double attacking something when I wanted another character to finish him off, but in that case it worked out. And even after that amazing level up, Gong still does not hit very hard. Well, that's how it goes. Okay, I'm willing to let this happen just to make things a little less dangerous for our main character. Although I do need to have him finish someone off on this map. I don't think this is gonna do it, though. Well, I'm sure I'll get an opportunity later. I'd like to save the rest for the knights. Alright. I prefer another hit point or two, but I'll take defense power at this point of the game. In fact, 1 point of defense is probably better than 1 hit point right now. I did have to use some healing, but overall, that part of the map was not too bad. Ooh. I need to heal Luke, though. Now let's talk about the scripting of those enemies up top. If you approach either group, the other one will also activate and move forward. Since there's terrain in the way, it seems like it would make more sense to lure these guys out while the knights struggled to cross all this stuff. But it also means that you'd have to fight the rune knights while they're in all that forest, and I'd rather not do that. Those are the kinds of enemies that I need to fight and get rid of quickly. Oh, good. I'm not extremely familiar with how leveling works in this game, but I get the impression that certain levels are supposed to be power levels depending on the character. I think Gort will level up just by hitting something once. So what I want here, of course, is to... Ah, they've started to move. Alright. In that case, they'll start moving towards May as well. Yeah, I think my positioning is just about right now. I'm a little surprised that one didn't move up to attack Gort, but that's okay. And I think I'd better have Hans start shooting over here. Well, that was unexpected. I'm not gonna say that's a bad thing, though. That's 3 levels, and the only thing he's gained is speed. I mean, I knew he was bad, but I forgot he was that bad. I know, I just said he was bad after he just killed an enemy in 1 round, but you know what I mean. Well, this is gonna be dangerous for Gort, alright. But I think I can handle this situation. Well, that was certainly timely. that increase in defense is huge. And that miss was rather untimely, but I still prefer it to missing a Rune Knight. Is there... who else is level 2? Well, he is, but... not too much else. Okay, fine. I think it's okay to give this kill to Ken, if he can do that much damage. That spear is not amazing. Oh well. That is also okay. When he didn't fall asleep this time? What is this black magic? Well, they're starting to double attack a lot. Ooh, that would have been 6 damage 1 level ago. Scary, scary. Fun thing about Luke. His literal translate name is more like L-O-O-G, or Loog. I can kind of understand why they changed it. If only you had Blaze too. Oh well. Well, that wasn't too bad. But taking all these hits in the open would have been pretty bad. Well, I need to come up with better descriptors than that. It would have been a serious problem. Things would have gotten more complicated. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a scary sound right there. And yes, I know I'm putting him out in the open to do this. But I think it'll be worth it. Because he really needs this. Of course, he could have easily missed, and that would have ruined my day. Oh, that's good. Yeah, like that. He needed that. Looks like moving him there to heal someone is going to put him in danger, but really, I can accept that. The thing about having one of your characters KO'd in this game is that as long as it's not the main character, it's not a big deal. You have to pay to revive them at church, but it's 10 gold per level, and that's not a huge amount. Especially not right now. And look, it doesn't even matter because... Well, okay, let's not be too silly about our positioning here. Nah, I still think this is the best way to go because I'd like to have my character not get mobbed. Oh yeah, someone should go back here and help, maybe. Because I'm not sure that Hans can handle all this on his own. Nor can Tao, either. I know that's complete luck, but really, you need to work on your aim. Oof, they are getting all of the good rolls, it seems. But that's okay. I can still handle it. These things are supposed to be equally likely for me and them, or so I've been told. Alright, well, no use complaining about that. Just roll with it. I'll use a healing item or something. I'll figure things out. Do you have one? Yes. Yes, you do. Even though you're out of MP, it is okay. In later games, they have the characters use their animation, whatever it is, when they use an item, and it looks a little bit better than them just standing there. Whoa, again? What is this? The game is just going crazy now. I don't think I've ever had a string of luck quite like that. And it looks like Ken is getting some luck too. I don't think I've ever seen a tactics game with variance and level ups quite like Shining Force 1. I think I like this animation of ranged attacks better than the later games. In Shining Force 2, it would have the character standing on his own, fire an arrow, and then they'd do the speed length thing and switch to where the other thing is, well, the target is standing and have it get hit or dodge. But that's a little more time consuming and it doesn't flow as well, and I prefer this way. Even if it looks a little weird with the characters standing on those little platforms like that, I also think it's kind of cute. Apparently the developers had a nickname for those platforms, but it doesn't translate well, I'm sad to say. Yeah, May isn't gonna finish it. I don't think so, anyway. Yeah, not quite. But you see, even though, especially last map, it didn't look like we had advanced in power a whole lot, I don't have confidence that we'd be able to deal with all of those knights at level 1. Am I going to be that greedy? Am I going to try and have Lo get the kill on them? He does really need it. And I think I'm at the point where I can afford to try that sort of thing. I wouldn't dare if there was still 4 or 5 of them left. But there it is. Oh no, no, I'm not gonna do that. This is better. I mean, he started at level 2 with 0 experience, so... Oh, useless crit. Whatever. Technically, all those crits didn't help the enemy either. Well, he says on to Alterone, but... I do want to go back and get what I missed last time. And save the game, because... once we go into Alterone, we're going to start some events that we can't easily get out of. And that's going to take a while. And you stuck around for a fairly long battle, and I don't want to put you through all that all in one video. So this is what I missed. The guy who wouldn't let us in? I think I'm going to take all I can carry instead. Sorry, not sorry. I'm gonna talk to those chests and maybe convince them to open up that way. Alright, well that was kinda junk. Oh well. And that's the third thing that was affected by the patch that I applied to this game. In later Shining Force games, if you pick something up and your main character's inventory is full, you pass it on to the next person. But in Shining Force 1, you don't do that, and this patch corrects the problem. That's not too impressive either. And that is not garbage. That's a permanent stat-up item. If you know how these stats work, you'll know that those things are best used in the late game, unless you're speedrunning. Also, if you're speedrunning, you save the game before using those, because the amount of stat power you get from one is random, and you want some particular stat values in order for the game to run the way you want. Anyways, let's go back to church, save the game, and I'll show you what's going on in Alterone next time. Thanks as always for watching. You've been great as always. Yes, I don't want to do that over again. Well, see you next time.